Hi, friends. You would think after, I don't know, 10 months, I would know how all of this works. Hi, everyone. This is Caitlin. You're joining me with Pink and Main on YouTube and Facebook. I'm here every Tuesday and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And tonight we are doing part 2 of our December release sneak peek week, which is super exciting. So what happened is on Tuesday, we colored up 2 images from the Galentines, the new Galentine stamp set from Pink and Main and Mommy Lay, which is absolutely adorable. And for anyone who didn't see it on the blog, this is how my first card turned out. So you can see I have a fun foiled background. We added in some pattern paper and our little color coordinated besties were added to that card. So that means that we still have this super cute little duo, and we are going to use them tonight to make our second card. And I figured what better way to figure out what kind of foiled background to give them than to sneak peek you all of the new or most of the new foils and foilables that are coming out in this release. So we'll kind of just do some panel swatching, and then we'll pick one and turn that into a card. So I think it'll be super fun. I see everybody checking in the comments. Thank you guys so much. We'll do a quick run through and then we'll dive on in. So Virginia, Judith, Melissa, Maria, Dawn, Mary, Deanne, Michelle, Carmen, everybody, thank you so much for coming to hang out. So let me switch over. And before we get started, I do have 2 days worth of advents to open. So let's open yesterday's. Again, I managed to avoid the unboxings on Instagram. Oh my goodness. So this is a new embossing powder called Golden Holly. Look at that. It's a gold holographic, but with green embossing powder. There you go. Now you can see the green mixed in. Golden Holly. What a beautiful mix that is. Man, I like that. Wow. Well, we're gonna have to figure out, we're gonna have to figure out how to use that sometime next week. And then let's see what today's is. Oh, is no one better. Oh, that's so cute. And if the pattern is holding true, I'm going to sneakingly be suspicious that tomorrow's interesting. Can you hear me? Okay, hopefully that's still, you guys can hear me. I'm going to assume that tomorrow's are the coordinating dies for that. If something weird is happening and you guys can't hear me. Okay, Mary said she can hear me. My little headphone just went power off and I don't know what that's about. So hopefully it stays on. Okay, so back to our sneak peeks. Like I said before, we had our Galentine's Day stamp set. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my Mink. We're going to set that to number 3, and we're going to let that warm up. And then here is all of the stuff that I pulled for us to play with. So we have this new Polka Hearts foilable. So you get 2 different sizes, these really big bold hearts and these smaller hearts, kind of just like a classic. And then I also grabbed this new one. This is the Fun Backgrounds foilable sheets. So these are the long ones. And look at all of these amazing patterns. So the dots and stripes, the checkerboard, this like thick with a thin stripe running through, little half circles, zigzags. These are really fun. These are like circles with the little like swoopy diamond shape. I love the polka dots. I think that's the one I want to use tonight. And then these like wiggles. Love those. We also in this release do have this guy, which is the Loopy hearts. And you can see we get like a nice open, swirly, twirly, whimsical heart shape with that one. And then I think there's some more that I wasn't sure if we were going to use. So there's also this guy, which is the Heart of Hearts, which has this really fun. We took a peek at this on Tuesday, but definitely still fun to see like in the lineup. And then we have a couple more things that I'm going to show you at the end. We'll save these four. We have four things we'll look at the end together. Oh, Melissa, I hope he did get you that mink. All right, so my mink is warmed up. It just beeped and turned green. I have my carrier sheet here. So let me show you the foils. All right, so two of these are new and two of them are not. So we have this beautiful, it's like little golden rings with the holographic. Then we have this new shattered pink, which is beautiful, again with the holographic. We have this guy that came out last release that I just didn't get to use yet. This is called Pink Teal Ombre. And I definitely want to use that. And then I also grabbed the Lots of Love Gold, which is these holographic hearts. So I'm thinking for my card, because we used those warm tones, I'm thinking I want to use the holographic like hearts with my image, but I'm not completely sold. I could be swayed. But I want to use these three to foil up some panels just to see what's up and get some fun ideas. So I think we'll just do one of each. I really want to do the polka dots from this one. I don't know why, but the polka dots is just like calling out to me. So we'll do the foilable long sheets are 5.5 by 8.5. So we're going to cut this in half at 4 1/4. That's going to get us a whole A2 panel versus the smaller pre-cut foilables are a little bit smaller than a standard A2. Michelle said she used that ombre pink to teal and for her Christmas cards, and it's beautiful. So now I'm extra excited to see it in action. So we're also going to grab one of our Heart of Hearts, and you can see that size difference, right? It's just a little bit smaller. And we will grab our polka hearts. I guess maybe the bigger one. Why not? All right, so we have our 3 sheets. Let's trim down these foils. I'm very curious to know, is anybody out there like a regular, do you consistently, I guess I should say, celebrate Galentine's Day? Like, are you a Galentine crafter or just a Valentine's Day crafter, or do we kind of skip Valentine's Day? I want to know. I'm going to cut these at 4.5. I have to be honest with you, Valentine's is not my favorite to craft for or to celebrate in general. I did not grow up loving Valentine's Day. And I mean, my husband and I will like, I'll make him a card. But like, I'm not generally drawn to crafting for Valentine's Day. Oh man. Dawn said she does both Galentines and Valentines. Mary skips. Barbara does Valentines. Virginia does both. Nancy said she's pro Galentines, not so much Valentines. That's how I kind of feel. Melissa said she's going to try both this year. I definitely think it's fun. I don't do Galentines for like everybody, but definitely for my best friend. Um, I think I'm going to, because this gold is the hearts, I think I'm going to put the hearts with the large polka dots to see how that goes. So I should really be using a cloth, but my cloth needs to be washed. So I'm just going to brush any kind of dust that I can see off of that. We'll do the same for our panel, and we're going to do both pretty sides up. Get my hair out of here. So polka dots up, hearts up. Not going to worry about taping. And not center to try to center this as much as I can. And we want the shortest section like through the mink versus doing it like long ways. We're going to do landscape through our mink. So we just kind of let it get sucked in. You always go fold or hinge side first. Oh, that's fun to send a card kit. Deanne's never done Galentine's. That's okay. That is okay. I feel like it's definitely like a newer trend, but I love it. I think, I'm pretty sure Galentine's is the day before. I think it's the 13th. But I definitely think it's a fun way to make sure you take time to remember your best girlies, whether you're single or not. All right, so let's do these chunky hearts with the ombre. I think that'll pick up all of that color variation really nicely versus these tinier hearts. I think we'll pick up the shatter pattern better. And I have not peeled my first one. I'm letting it cool down completely. It's really important that you let them cool down all the way. And remember, pretty sides up for both. Judy says she does Valentine's too. That's cool. I feel like a lot of companies do Valentine's products, but I don't always see a lot of people posting Valentine's stuff. So I just wasn't sure where we were kind of falling on that spectrum. So I'm excited to see so many people do create for Valentine's. It makes sense. It is kind of that traditional card holiday, right? So while this last one goes through, our gold is completely cooled down. So we're going to go ahead and peel those polka dots. And that foiled beautifully. So now we can see all of that. So sorry. Now we can see all of that fun holographic rainbow. And you can see that strong gold when that light hits it directly. And we get this really cool negative image that obviously we're going to get to use on something else. Maybe we'll do one of those too while we have the mink out. Oh no. My pink shatter started to peel by itself. All right, let's do our ombre next. That turned out so stinking cute. Look at those fun ombre hearts. And you can like really see that change, that shift. Trying to like show you the color without blinding you. You can see how it gets like that teal to that super deep and then right into that bright pinky purple. I love that so much. Man, that's cool. And again, a really fun, bold background, negatives, like leftover. And then our pink shatter, also love. That texture is so fun. It's like rainbow confetti, right? Like the amount of reflect you get in the shatter is just beautiful. But you can see there in that light how it still is really pink. And in person, it definitely still reads as pink. Love those. But yeah, now that I've seen that, I want to play with the negatives. So something that we looked at the other day are these toner sheets. I'm not sure I'm going to do all of them, but we have this one that's blue, purple, and this like fuchsia. And I just think that the hearts, the ombre hearts on top of that, right? Like that's going to be so cool because you get the ombre with the ombre. Even if we don't run it through, I just want to show you what these kind of look like from underneath. See, I don't love that as much. The ombre with the little hearts. I think the big hearts looks better. And I would absolutely never, but just so you can see those circles. That gold is just way too warm for me for that purpley background. But these just look like they were made for each other. So I'm gonna go ahead and run that through. I'll leave the other ones for another time, but yeah, the Dawn, those shattered ones in general, I really love. Like any color of that shattered foil is just beautiful. Just trying to line up the edges of my toner sheet with that pattern the best that I can. It's okay if it's not perfect. That's so cute. I have no idea what kind of paper we're going to put behind this. See, she's got the purple, so part of me is thinking we just like go absolutely crazy. Purple polka looks like too much. And then these stripes are so bold. That's just not my usual style. We'll let that cool down. Turn this mink off. All right, what kind of pattern? Paper, maybe some darker purple. Oh, the purple, that kind of purple could be fun to kind of like contrast with those polka dots. I think dots with dots is too much. Let's see what the reverse looks like. I don't know about the green. Lots of butterflies for that. Yeah, I think the purple ombre might be the thing. Just something a little different. Not a card I would probably normally make on my own, but that's fun too sometimes to change it up. So I'm grabbing This is from the Butterfly Pieces, Butterfly Wishes, that purple kind of watercolor. So let's peel this while we're here. See, I should have dusted it. So I did not get a perfect impression, but I could definitely use like a die and cut this bottom part out. But I still think that the ombre with the ombre in general is very fun. So definitely like that. And just so you can see those two side by side, there's the positive and the negative image. Very cute. Let's move all of these over to my card. We can figure out this card. All right. Let's get a paper trimmer. And I think I want my darkest at the bottom. So we're going to go 4 1/4. I don't want to get rid of the dark. So I'm going to trim from the light spot. 5 1/2. And yeah, I want to show as much of that foil as possible. So I think that's going to go on the top. But maybe we can, I'm going to come out of left field on this one, and we're going to cut it with a shape. Even though I'm really not supposed to be bending over to do that. Oh well. Is that too much? The shape with the dots and the waves and the everything. That might be too much. All right, I'll keep it. Not that there's anything simple about this card, let's be clear. I can recognize that. So we're going to go a whole inch off. We're going to go 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And if we knew that ahead of time, we could have definitely trimmed it down and used less foil. I have a piece of white cardstock. And I did the same thing on this one. I made like a little mini mat that I thought just helped kind of ground it. So I'm going to do the same thing with this one on just a scrap of cardstock. So I'm going to add my liquid glue to the back of my foiled panel. And I'm going to kind of place this into the corner, into the left upper corner, with as much matte as I want there to be. So you can make it super teeny tiny. You can give it a little bit more space. And then I'm going to use the guide on my trimmer. And I'm going to eyeball it and cut these edges to mostly match. And it's okay if it's not perfect. But again, I think that little bit of a white border just kind of helps so it doesn't just look like a weird pattern on pattern. It still might be a little weird. I'm willing to recognize that. We're going to liquid glue this guy down. But also, you'll never learn what patterns you like and don't like, and what colors you like and don't like unless you try it out. Dawn said she doesn't think it's weird. Okay, cool. I think once they're on there with their little outfits that like color coordinate with the gold and the purple, then I think my brain will like it a lot more. It'll make more sense to me. I think the last step for this is going to be adding in the sentiment, and I think pulling in some purple stamping will help me put these colors together as well. So I'm going to grab my Night Sky ink pad, and we're going to do the Will You Be My Galentine on another scrap of white. Get my mix out here. Get that tucked right into that corner. Will you be my Galentine? And obviously I have these two colored up because we were playing with different skin tones and hair colors the other day, but you could make these little chicas, these little girls look however you want. You can 100% customize them to be you and your bestie. And with that double stamp, that purple just deepens up enough that I think it's going to work perfectly with the other purples in my card. Back on the paper. I love how like swoopy this sentiment is. It's super fun. And of course we have that coordinating die. Save that scrap. I'm gonna cut this out real quick. Tiny so it doesn't give a lot of pressure on that machine, thank goodness. For anybody who missed it, I had some emergency surgery last week and I'm still technically on the mend. So crafting has been a little bit interesting this week. So let's get this together. You know what we need, obviously, is my foam tape. This one little corner does not want to stay down. All right, we're going to pop this guy and them up with some foam. We'll get the words in place first. Like that. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate the healing thoughts. I had never had major surgery before, so definitely kind of threw me off. Was not sure what to expect this week, but I am so glad to be back and able to jump back into things, feeling like a little bit normal again. So I placed them down, but I didn't push down yet. And I kind of like how this, should we center them or should they be a little, maybe they can just be like a little bit off center. Is that fun? I think that's pretty fun. And of course, my first instinct is to add gems, but I think we have enough shine going on. So there is our Will You Be My Galentine sweet little bestie card. And you can go crazy contrasting colors with the yellow and the purple, or you can go more monochromatic with the soft pink layering, and both have that same like base concept, but you can see how one is a little more wacky and bold, and one is just a little bit more soft and sweet. And it just depends on who you want to send it to, how you are, like what kind of friendship you have. But I think both are really fun. Yeah. So I am going to now, because we have a couple extra minutes, share the last couple sneak peeks with you guys. Okay, so we have another foilable kit. We have the Many Thanks foilable sheets, and they're printed kind of small. So since we do have a couple minutes, I'll just take these out and show you. But these are, thanks, Nancy, and Barbara, and Becky, and Dawn, and Judy. These are foilable toner, and I love these because you get these guys at the top that you can cut out, but you also get the like fully toner, like reverse toner, sentiments across the bottom, like strips. So when you foil these, the white stays white and the black turns into your foil. So you get two of that pattern. I love this one. This font really makes me happy. You get two of those ones, and you get two of this guy, and then two of these. So 8 sheets of all these different thank you sentiments that you can foil and add to your cards, which are very fun. And then another product that I definitely need more practice playing with, so we might have to break them out next week or the week after as well, but are these stickies. They're the Fun Hearts stickies. And so you can apply these to your cardstock, and they're like adhesive transfers. And then you can use glitter, flock, embossing powder, or foil on them. But this one is different than any other ones that we've had before because they come with coordinating dies that then you can cut those shapes out, which I just think is so much fun. And you also get this larger sentiments at the bottom. But I think they're very unique. It says, I love you, you are loved, you are my favorite, love, love, and then hearts and leaves and kind of like a geometric shape. So I want to play with these. I still need to place my order for more flock. But we could definitely play with some glitter next week. We also have a new embossing, 3D embossing folder where it has the deeper grooves. This is the rattan, I think it's rattan, 3D embossing folder. So you get multiple levels of that woven pattern. So it's not just like a thin folder, it's pretty thick. And you get all of that extra dimension. So each layer, you'll actually see how it would go underneath. And then the last one I wanted to share with you are these doodled heart dies. So you can layer them together. You could use them separately. You could do this and put your sentiment right on top. You could put your little besties in the middle. I just think these are so fun. And I can't wait to see how some of the other design team members are using them. It's just super, super fun. Trying to think. I feel like I missed something. Is that everything? I showed you guys some other dies the other day on Tuesday. Maybe I'll show you a sneak peek. So tomorrow afternoon, I'm pretty sure it's noon Pacific. There's a hop, an Instagram hop happening for the new release with prizes. So you're going to want to check that out. But these are those other dies. I'm finishing up my card for that hop. And so I cut these letters with that new die set that we looked at on Tuesday. And then I ink blended them. And then I added the touch of gloss. These guys, the touch of gloss. And then I added glitter. I sprinkled some glitter on. So you can see they've been drying for about an hour. They are so shiny and fun. You know what, Virginia? I did not, oh, not Virginia, Dawn. I did not find out about the stamp of the month. I promise as soon as I get off of here, I will message Michelle. And when I get an answer, I will DM you. And then we can share it with everybody else next week. But I am very excited to use these shiny, bold letters on my card for that Instagram hop tomorrow. Because they're just so fun, right? They're just so bold and they were so easy to do. I just cut them out of white cardstock, the ice rink cardstock, and then inked them up. You can see right here on the paper. I love them. So yeah, that I think is everything. I'm serious, Dawn. I appreciate you being patient with me, but I promise you I will message Michelle right after this. But yeah, so next week I'm going to be back with you guys on Monday and Thursday because I have a work holiday party that is mandatory. So Monday and Thursday next week instead of Tuesday. And if anybody has any requests for products they would like to see used or techniques you would like to see, please feel free to leave me comments. I'll come back and check this video over the weekend. And I will try really hard to post a reminder, especially in the Pink and Main Facebook group on Monday so that nobody forgets that it's Monday and Thursday next week. Maybe we'll tag team it, Dawn. You look and I'll look. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. I hope that you're very excited for this new release. Please, please, please make sure that you are following Pink and Main on their Instagram. It is linked in the description wherever you are watching right now. And that way you will see the hop go up tomorrow so you can enter in for your chance to win. I think it's a gift card. I think it's a $50 gift card. I'm 99.99% sure. But yeah, and then you can go shopping for yourself for late Christmas presents. How perfect. So yeah, otherwise, I hope that you all have an amazing weekend. If you are celebrating, happy last day of Hanukkah. I know that it's a big one for our Hanukkah Jewish friends out there. The last night is super important. So love and light to you and your family if you are celebrating that tonight. Or happy pre-early Christmas and good luck shopping for anybody who's out this weekend. I think that's it. But yeah, have a happy and safe weekend. I'll see you back here on Monday. And until next time, guys, happy crafting. Have a good night.